Hi Pep Stars, welcome back to the channel. It's Miss Boyne. In today's video, we're going to look at the 2025 ability test paper. But before we go to the paper, we're going to have a little talk about the structure of the test. So I can admit that the structure of this ability test was a bit different from the past papers that we've seen before. It was a little bit more challenging, particularly with the analogy type questions and also the essential parts question. And then for the artificial language, this is not anything that we've seen much of before, and we'll talk about it more when I look at the paper. But overall, I think it was a bit more challenging than what we are used to. And what that means is that we had to think a little bit more, had to reason more outside of the box. But I think nonetheless, we were able to pull through. And we can count this as one hurdle down. We have two more sets of examinations to go. So we just want to go through this paper and then we refocus towards the performance task examination, which is next. All right, so let's get to reviewing the past paper. All right, so now we're gonna start reviewing the 2025 ability test paper. So the paper has 40 questions and you're supposed to select only one correct answer. The instructions for 1 and 2 are that we're going to select the option that correctly completes the analogy. Gloves are to hand as socks are to. And the correct answer is feet because the gloves are worn on the hand in a similar way the socks are worn on the feet. Number 2, horses are to stable as dogs are to. The correct answer is kennels. Horses live in a stable in a similar way that dogs live in kennels. For items 3 to 5, examine the group of words below. Then select the option that is an essential element of the word in bold. So the word in bold is party, and the options are A, pizza, B, cake, C, decoration, D, venue. The correct answer is venue. While we do need food and decoration, we must have a venue to host the party. For the correct answer for pet is the word in bold. It would be tame because a pet is a tamed animal. And for competition, it's rivalry because a competition is a meeting of two rivals or a rivalry. That's synonymous to competition. For items 6 and 7, which option does not belong in the group? Trilogy, trickle, triple, tricolor. The correct answer is trickle because trilogy, triple, and tricolor are all referring to things with three, and trickle is the odd one out. The odd one out for assault, attack, and raid. Defense, the correct answer is defense. Attack, assault, and raid, these are all persons doing something to damage, particular damage, or affect someone or cause harm to them, while defense is you protecting yourself. Examine the words in the box below, then carefully use it to answer item 8. Which word comes second when arranged in an alphabetical order? Alright, so let's look at the words. In alphabetical order, the first word that would come in the order is complain. The second one would be compound. sorry, not compound, it would be complete. And then the third would be composed, fourth compound, and then the fifth comprise. So the word which comes second when arranged in alphabetical order is complete. For items 9 and 10, select the option that is given in alphabetical order. All right, let's look at number 9. And both of these are analog and analog. So we're looking after the G, and we have O after the G, and we have Y after the G. So the correct answer is B, because analogous will come before analogy. And clearly we can see that ana, which is the A here, would come before the ant, which is the T here. So the correct answer is B. Let's look at number 10. If we were to see which one would come first, all of these have PREDI, and this one has PREDE, and therefore DE would come before DI, and therefore D is the correct answer. For item 11, examine the word in the box below, then choose the option that arranges the words in a meaningful sequence. The words in the box are letters, phrase, sentence, paragraph, word. Let's look at them. So we'd have word first. Sorry, we'd have letter first. A letter is a part of a word. I was scrolling down to the answers. I got a bit confused. So the letters make up the words, and the word make up the phrase, and the phrase make up the sentences, and the sentences make up the paragraph. So that would have been 2, 5, 1, 3, and 4. 2, 5, 1, 2, 2, 5, 1, 3, and then 4. Let's look at for that now. 2, 5, 1, 3, and 4. So the answer is D. Choose the option which best completes the sequence for item 12. And let's look at the sequence. Daybreak, morning, afternoon, and then afternoon we have evening. For items 13 and 14, a group of words is given in the box. Study them carefully, then use the information to select the best option. The words in the box are thorough, precise, meticulous, diligent. All of the words in the box above are like in some way. Which of the following could also be in the box? So thoughtful is to be considerate, grateful is to be thankful. Detail also means the same as being thorough, precise, meticulous, and diligent, just to pay close attention to particular details. And prepared is just to get ready ahead of time. So the correct answer is detailed. All right, let's look at the other set of words. Entourage, associates, followers, supporters. All of the following in the box above are alike in some way. Which of the following could also be in the box? Now, employers is not necessarily your entourage or your associate. It's more like your superior, and your staff is like your associate. These are your friends, your entourage, your followers, and your supporters. But let's look at the others. Enemies, these are persons who you're not friends with or you do not have a camaraderie with. And you don't have a camaraderie with, sorry. And then competition would be something similar to enemy, that you're against this person or you're in rivalry with this person. So the correct answer is staff. Read the information below, then use it to answer item 5. 5 students are walking home from school. They live in they live at different places. They leave school at the same time. Deandra arrives home before Sasha. Let's write that down. Deandra arrives before Sasha and Rakim. I'm using the first letters of the names, but after Greg, so we can see that Greg is here first. And Tamay gets home before Rakim, but after Sasha. So before Rakim, so we'll insert Tamay here, but after Sasha. Let's see it now. Which student lives the second furthest from school? And that would be Tamay, because we can see the order here. Read the paragraph in the box below and then use it to answer item 16. If you do a lot of walking, you may need to go to the gym. Your neighborhood can be your health club. You don't need a lot of fancy equipment to get a good workout either. All you need is a well designed pair of athletic shoes. Which statement is best supported by the paragraph in the box above? It is pointless to work out in uncomfortable shoes. Walking is cheaper than paying for a gym membership. Get comfortable shoes if you are going to exercise. Walking is just as good exercise as going to the gym. And the one that best, because the word best means that's the one that summarizes or give a total summary of what the passage here is trying to say, is that walking is just as good exercise as going to the gym. Item 17 has a statement with three conclusions. Examine each of the conclusions carefully, then select the best option that can be logically drawn from the statement. And the statement reads, students aged 10 to 12 years old are spending up to 6 hours per day on social media. Conclusion 1. Children are probably being left unsupervised for long hours. Conclusion 2. TikTok is harming our children. Conclusion 3. Too much time is being spent reading the comments on videos. So only conclusion 1, only conclusion 2, only conclusion 3, or 3 conclusion. And the correct answer would be only conclusion one. It didn't say anything about TikTok or any social media app for the matter. And we don't know for sure that they were reading the comments. That's why they're on the devices for long hours. So therefore, we can assume that children are probably being left unsupervised, and that's why they're on the tablet for up to 6 hours a day on social media. And this is part one of the review. So there's gonna be another part with the quantitative reasoning type video questions in our next video. We're only looking at the verbal reasoning questions up to question 20 in this video. So for items 18 to 20, words from an artificial language and their meaning are given. Use them to help you select the correct option. And then first we're going to start identifying the words that we can see in the artificial language. So we can see that beans are in two of these translation, and then we're looking for the thing that is similar, which is this word here, ROMZ. And here we also have kidney in these two translated words, and this is the word that is being repeated. So we can assume that kidney means HLEB, and then stone would be this word. Now there's two options with this word, A and B, GODA. But if we look at the translated word, bean is at the end. However, in the artificial language, this word that stands for bean is at the beginning of the word. So therefore that means there's a switch around. And then the correct answer now would be, if GODA is stone, that means it should be at the front, so it's switched around also. So the correct answer is D. Let's look at this other artificial language. Again, we're going to identify the words that we can see. And bicycle is in both of these languages, or both of these translated words. So we can say that RAKT is bicycle. And let's look at blue. Blue is in both of these, the first and the second translated word, and ZEGEN is an artificial language. So we can circle this, and that means blue. However, here, which word could mean unlucky, we are not seeing unlucky in either of these words. But when we look at the results here, we're seeing this word, which is blue. We're also seeing this word here, which is bicycle. And here we're also seeing this word, which is bicycle. So therefore, we can assume that A is unlucky because it has none of those words in it. This was a bit different from what we have looked at before, what were on the past papers. We haven't gotten an artificial language question with the word not in one of the artificial words. But that's how we would approach that question. And let's look at the final question. Again, this is an artificial language without the word being in the artificial language, and we're going to do the same thing like what we just did to see how best we can try to find out what's the correct answer. All right, so these words here mean festival, and plekafrati means birthday party, and frati mix means celebration. So what would mean statue? And again, if you look at the types of word and what they represent, is around something with party and celebration. So we can assume that this D here, Brune, also has something with to do with party and celebration. C and also A has something to do with celebration. The one that stands out that has none of the similar words here in the artificial language is be, so we can assume that be means statue. All right. So that's our review for the first half of. Thank you very much for watching the video. Now we only covered the numbers 1 to 20, which are the verbal reasoning type questions in this video. And then we're going to look at 21 to 40 in our next video. So you don't want to miss those quantitative reasoning type questions. So I'll see you in the next video.